Good day, everyone. It's Pastor Lance Cruz at Welcome Church. Just like to say hey to our loved ones, all our church folks. This is just an announcement concerning Sunday. We want everybody to understand what's going on and what to expect from our church service coming up this Sunday as we come back in to the sanctuary of God's house. I'd like to say thank you to all those that have been coming up to our drive-up services, everything we've been doing. Those of you, you've been faithful on the live stream broadcast. We take knowledge of that, and we're so thankful for your faithfulness to God's kingdom and your church in particular. Just want to make several announcements here and go over procedures and things we're going to be doing Sunday morning and Sunday night and Wednesday night, okay, moving forward. Things will be a little different here for the next few weeks. As you're well aware of, if you come to our church, we have took extra precaution. We have went above and beyond, even a lot of what's been recommended. This Sunday would have been 7 weeks of abnormality within our services. So we're just thankful to be coming back into God's house. I've talked with many of our folks that have been really spiritually, mentally, emotionally hurting through this as we're concerned about our physical well-being. These other things are important as well. And we felt led, we've prayed about it, myself, my wife, our church leadership, our board, and we feel the need to get you back in God's house. Amen. So we want you to just be aware of some things, what's going to transpire, what's going to happen, so you know what to expect. So we're going above and beyond. We're not stopping short of that even in this. We want everybody to feel welcome at welcome and to feel safe at welcome, okay? We have a lot of individuals that have underlying health conditions, some of our elderly folks that deal with things not even pertaining to this the virus that we've been dealing with, and we want to protect them at all costs. So let me dive into this. Pay close attention. I've got a lot of stuff to go over here. Okay, I'll try to be as brief as I can through this. I've got pages of notes here that we've prepared, so I try not to leave anything out. Okay, so first and foremost, we will resume services this Sunday. Okay, this Sunday. Today is what's today's date, Becky? The 1st. It'd be May 3rd. Forgive me for that. I didn't have a calendar in front of me. These last few weeks have been a fog and a blur. May 3rd, we will be back in the sanctuary. There'll be no drive-up services from here on out, as far as we know. We're just going to go resume services, but they're going to be different, so pay close attention. First and foremost, we will begin at 10 a.m. with our morning worship service. Sunday school will be suspended for this time frame over the next several weeks, possibly. We're going to take everything on a week by week basis as we hear word how things are going with the virus that we're dealing with. So there'll be no Sunday school. There'll be no children's church starting out. There'll be no nursery church. No Sunday school, no children's church, no nursery church at this time, okay? But we will be meeting at 10 a.m. And the reasoning for that, if you watched our live stream Wednesday night, I talked about it. We want to keep you in good habits. Our good habits have been busted up and broken up, so to speak, during the last 7 weeks. We want to keep you in good habitual routines concerning your church attendance. So 10 a.m. is going to be morning worship, okay? That way, when we do start Sunday school back up, you're accustomed to coming at 10 a.m. because, as you all know, we're firm believers in Sunday school at Welcome Church, amen? So 10 a.m. service Sunday morning. Sunday night will be 6:30, okay? Wednesday evening at 7 p.m., okay? All right, so here's what to expect when you come at 10 a.m. this Sunday morning, or Sunday night at 6:30, Wednesday night at 7. Here's what to expect. This is what's going to be done. When you walk in or you come up to the property, you'll notice the sanctuary doors will be open for you. You won't have to touch a door handle. There'll be 2 door greeters there, and they will have the doors open for you, so you can just walk right straight through the foyer and find your seat, okay? So I want to ask at this point in time that when you come in, and our people love to fellowship, we love to greet one another. We have a very loving church, but we're going to have to take extra precaution and do our due diligence through this process. When you come in, we want you to come straight through the door. We don't want people lingering and congregating in the foyer area, because that can be a area that bottlenecks during our normal services if you've ever been to our church. So please come on in. Don't clog the foyer. We'll help you, direct you to where you need to sit at. Also, we recommend that the family units, if you come with your family, that the family units sit together, okay? We want everybody sitting together. That's a family unit. You will find there will be, if I can find our orange markers, if not, it'll be a yellow marker, but an orange marker will be on every row of chairs. That orange marker is the row we want you to sit upon, okay, sit at, okay? So that they'll be thoroughly marked. And we just ask that you, children, you sit with your parents, okay? The children sit with their parents. Please no moving around or visiting in the sanctuary at this time. We're just going to come in, have you seated, okay, getting ready for service. I do recommend here, we've got a lot of early birds to our service. That's what we've taught you, amen, and you're great for doing that, but you might not want to come real early, because we don't want people just lingering around and roaming all over the place, okay? So just consider that, because you'll be coming in, you'll be sitting down, and if you got, children like we do to deal with, you don't want to deal with them for 30 minutes just sitting there, and they've got a service to go through as well. So keep that in mind, okay? So do your diligence in that. So also, amen, the far right side as you come in our foyer, and you're looking towards the pulpit, the far right side of chairs, that side of the right side of our seating, we're going to have designated, and we'll probably have an easel there with it marked for our elderly folks, any people that have underlying health conditions or are very vulnerable. We want you to sit on that right side so you can feel more comfortable over there, okay? We're going to have that designated for you, okay? Also, at the end of service, after we get through praying and stuff, and we'll address altar service here in a moment, after we get through praying during the service, that right side, if you sit over there, I will dismiss you first, okay? You will be the first to be dismissed. I'll let you go through the door. The doors will be open for you. Going out the front door, you will be dismissed first, and you will be able to get in your cars and exit the property, okay? So, and then we'll dismiss everybody accordingly, okay? So, if you want to, I failed to mention this Wednesday night, if you need to wear a mask, please, by all means, if you're wearing a mask in your daily living, wear a mask. That is totally fine. I've had people ask that question. I failed to mention it Wednesday. I apologize about that. Please feel free to do that. Take every precaution you need to, whatever makes you feel comfortable. Also, we will we have several masks our ladies have made that will be available to you as well. So please feel free to wear those masks as well, okay? So, let me also mention that we won't collect our tithes and offerings as we do traditionally with the passing of the plate. We usually have two men go around and pass the plate and take up the tithes and offerings. But there will be a drop box. We have a brown wooden box that'll be on the foyer table. The lid will be open on it. All you have to do is place your cash donation or your check, your tithe check, whatever, okay, in that box. You can do that as you walk in for the service. You can do that as you're dismissed. We'll probably pray over our tithes and offerings at the end of the service, so you can give it then, and that'll be a time of giving when you exit the building, so you have a chance to give. And with that, let me make a little side note. Thank you for your faithfulness, and you tithe payers. God bless you. I see your faithfulness, and you're putting God first in your finances at this time, and that's a blessing to see that you've been discipled properly. So God bless you in that, amen. We're to never stop giving to God just because everything else stops. We're to still be faithful to Him, put Him first in everything, and that's included in our giving and our finances as well. So God bless you for that. We see that, amen. All right, next thing, the altar service, okay? the altar service. We're going to do things a little different, but me as a pastor, we believe in our altar service. We believe in our time of prayer. Jesus said, "My house shall be called a house of prayer." We're still going to do that, okay? It's going to be a little different. And we're going above and beyond. We're trying to do all we can do for everybody. I want everybody to feel comfortable. I want you to feel more comfortable about coming to church than to going to Walmart to get your groceries, or the dollar store, or going to the feed store, or wherever you go. I want you to know that this is going to be a sanitary place and a very clean place. The altar service. Okay, let me dive into this, and we'll get into a couple other things. The altar service, it'll be open when I give the altar call for anyone that wants to come down and pray in the altars. We just ask that you do your diligence. Stay 6 foot apart from other individuals. If your family wants to come pray together, that's fine. Do it as a family unit, but the next family or the next individual, try to space out 6 foot apart in the altar, okay? Our altars will be clean. They will be sanitized before and after every service, okay, guys? So feel free to do that. We need to get in God's altar. I long to be in His altar. I don't know about you. So also, if you need to pray in your seat, that is fine as well. That is fine as well if you want to pray in your seat. And I want to let you know, and I've talked this over with some of the staff as well, only me as the pastor, Brother Lance, I'm the only one that'll come around and pray over you or lay hands on your back. And in doing so, I will take precaution in that. I want to pray for my sheep. I long to pray with you in the altar, and I want to be there for you and help you. So we're taking every precaution. I will put on a mask at that time. I'll have a mask on myself just to make you feel more comfortable and that we have a comfort level and we're not hindered in God's altar service. I'll have a mask on. I'll be the only one that'll lay hands on you. I've asked other staff members to refrain from praying over people just for this time, over the next week or two, however long we need to do these protocols, okay? But I'll be the only one praying over you and laying hands on you if you come down to the altar. So expect that to happen. If you don't want me laying hands on you and praying over you, pray in your seat, okay? That's kind of the division of that. But if maybe you're one of our older folks and you need to pray at your seat, you got bad knees. We got people with bad knees that can't kneel down at the altar. So, and we know you can't get down there, but you're praying in your seat. At that, when I'm through praying with people in the altar, or I'll be diligent to try to keep my eyes open. If you need special prayer, raise your hand when I look at you. Put your hand up, and when you put your hand up and you're saying, "Pastor," I'll know that's my cue. Hey, I need to go pray with Sister so and so or Brother so and so, and I'll come pray with you, and I'll stay a distance as far as I can. I'll lay my hand on your back. I'll have my mask on, okay, guys? So we're going above and beyond in these things. Some of you watch this, you'll say, "Pastor, come on, man. That's kind of ridiculous. This is overkill. We believe God will watch over us, and, it's just over. Hey, well, let's overkill it." Because some people have other opinions. They might think, what we're doing is nuts, and we shouldn't be doing what we're doing. But I can tell you it's very important what we're doing right now, and I'm a firm believer of it. But we're going to take every precaution so everybody can be ministered to at this time. We want to get you back in the sanctuary of God. So we're doing our due diligence on everything, okay? So during the altar service, nobody will be moving around. If you need to leave earlier, please, I ask if you can, by all means, please don't leave early till we go to dismiss. I know this is a pastoral jab. You shouldn't leave early anyhow, unless you've got a dire emergency during a normal setting. But if you have to, please just exit out. Don't wander around going saying hey to everybody and disrupting the altar service. We teach it like that all the time anyhow. You know to do that. So, all right. So just keep all this in mind. I think that's all I've got on all these pages of notes. We're trying to do everything we can. We will still live stream the services, okay? We will be on live stream, YouTube Live, Facebook Live. Thank you for those of you that have been tuning in on that. By all means, we just want to be positive during this time. We want to encourage all our people, no matter what shape or form that is. By all means, we're not forcing anybody to come. You're coming on your own will. We'd love to see you if you can, or you're concerned about your health. Me as your pastor, I understand. I'm not looking down upon you. I understand totally. I know this is a crazy time we're in, but as your pastor as well, I want to admonish you in the Lord and encourage you. Please be praying and be seeking God in this. As we're doing due diligence, please do your due diligence with God as well in seeking Him and asking Him, God, what should I do? How should I handle my household? What the things that I need to do? Seek God on this. Please don't seek the media of our day for guidance, because I can show you 50 lies that I've caught them in on every network. So please seek God. That we live in a day when you need to seek the Lord, okay? There's a lot of false stuff out there, a lot of fear-driven media. I've never seen such a time of fear in our society. I've had elder men of God tell me that as well. So please, let's overcome this. Let's be safe about it. Let's bless one another. And man, pray for the service this Sunday. I am so looking forward to being in God's house. May God bless you, and may God keep you and lead you and guide you. Amen.